The legendary sports presenter Dickie Davies has died at the age of 94.
And that is all we have time for today. I hope that you've enjoyed sharing at least part of the afternoon with us, and you're all invited next week.
Well, he was best known for hosting World of Sport on ITV for almost 20 years, from the 1960s until it ended in 1985. He also covered the Olympics, boxing, darts and snooker. Fellow presenters have described him as a giant of sports broadcasting. Dickie Davies, who has died at the age of 94.
Former colleagues have been paying tribute to the late ITV sport presenter Dickie Davies. The 94-year-old presented the World of Sport Saturday afternoon programme for almost 2 decades. His death was announced last night. Jim Rosenthal, who worked with Dickie for many years, described him as lovely, relaxed and someone who always had a twinkle in his eye. Ian Woods looks back at his career.
Good afternoon and the warmest of welcomes to World of Sport.
That cheerful greeting from Dickie Davies would herald an eclectic mix of action spanning several hours. In the days before dedicated sports channels, Saturday afternoon television saw ITV's World of Sport go head-to-head with Grandstand.
Well, now news of the 4th Test, now in its 3rd day at Headingley.
The BBC often had the bigger events, but Dickie Davies served up a guaranteed ratings winner.
2 falls, 2 submissions of the knockout would determine the outcome, and we join it for the start of wrestling.
10 million viewers would tune in, but those who worked on the show, like football commentator Martin Tyler, say the presenter wasn't much of a wrestling fan.
He did say, I think, a few times while we were working on it, but only privately, that the wrestling was not quite sport, but it was very entertaining and very successful, and very much part of the success of World of Sport. And Dickie, you wouldn't know his personal thoughts on it. He gave it everything.
So why don't you try it one Saturday afternoon? Join me for World of Sport 10 to 1.
He got his break in the 1960s, though for a while he was Richard rather than Dickie.
He used to be a ship's purser, and it felt sometimes like he was welcoming you on board at the start of World of Sport for a few hours of great entertainment. He was lovely, he was relaxed, he had a twinkle in his eye.
So popular was the programme that other famous names enjoyed making guest appearances.
So much so that with just 2 legs to play.
The last I saw anything like that on top lip, the whole herd had to be destroyed.
Welcome to ringside.
Dickie continued to host big events even after World of Sport was taken off air. And 5 years ago, he was reunited with former colleagues.
I'm 89 now. 4.5 hours of television in live in those days. And
They faced Watford were down on the south coast today, and they could only manage 1 point against Brighton in a 1-1.
But that was exciting. I just enjoyed it. If you enjoy something so much, you can retain the calmness that you need.
Happy memories there of Dickie Davies, who's died at the age of 94.